Alright guys, we're gonna throw this one back here. Just got him out of the water, watching these other poles. And I wanted to give y'all a rundown what I'm doing today. Hadn't done this in a little while and I've been itching to do it, so I had to come on out here and throw the rods out. We are trolling. I've got all 8 poles out in front of the boat. So we've got 4 B&M power trollers over here. 2 16-foots, 2 14-foots, and on this side we've got 4 B&M PSTs. Same setup, 2 16s and 2 14-foots. Got my live scope set up and I can actually see my bait there. I know how deep I'm running with my 2 jigs, and I can adjust accordingly depending on when I get in different water. Using my live scope on this, I can see what a piece of structure is coming up to make sure that I don't run my jigs right through it and get them all tangled up into a mess. Very useful now using live scope. Used to, this is how I started out. Crappie fishing was trolling, and I've had a lot of fun with it. And of course, live scope come out and it changed the game. But I did this right here. I trolled with live scope for a while before I ever picked up my first pitching rod and started pitching to them and just trying to snipe them down. But if you haven't tried trolling with the live scope, try it. I urge you to. You put fish in a boat. It's you may not put the biggest fish in the boat because you're not necessarily running down the biggest fish and just pitching on him, but if you're wanting to put a few more fish in the boat, this is it. This does very well. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit more relaxing, not on the edge of your seat all day, especially if you got 2 people up front. That's usually one of the complaints, is you get 2 people up front, they're both trying to pitch on a fish, and it's aggravating because you cross the lines. You know, one of you's got to wait and watch the other one fish, basically. But up here doing this, trolling with the live scope, both of you can have fun, both of you can lay back, both of you can carry on a conversation with each other. Just have fun and enjoy the day. But y'all stick around, see how many fish we put in the boat today. Maybe we'll do all right. We're going to just keep on trolling and catching. All right, I want to run y'all through real quick my little setup for my double jigs on my trolling poles here. So we'll go down through it. I know this is really hard to see, but this line is my main line. I come down to a snap because I like to change these out pretty quickly to go to crankbaits or anything else. And we'll start out with my leader. I mean my swivel. Off of my swivel, I run braid straight down. A lot of people do go with mono, but I like braid. And that braid, we're gonna come down to add a hook. These are just a easier way to put another little line on. We'll come on some 10-pound fluorocarbon for that little leader, down to a 1/32 ounce jig head. Back to our braid, come down from it to a weight. Change up your weights depending on how fast you want to push. I like to run a 3/4 ounce weight, or sometimes even go heavier. And I come down to another swivel. Off that swivel, I run again 10-pound fluorocarbon all the way down to my second jig, and that one is a 3/16 ounce. One thing to remember, if you're tying this up, wherever this falls, when it's pulled straight, keep it above that weight. It'll reduce tangles. And some people like to take that weight and run it all the way at the bottom and run the jigs higher. But lots of different ways to tie this. This is the way I like to do mine. Works out better for me. I always suggest going with the little leaders for your jig heads, because you're going to get tangled up in something and it makes it a whole lot easier to just break that jig head off, and you don't have to retie this whole monstrosity. All right guys, hope this helps a little bit. Good girl. I'll call back a little bit, just because I may be asleep. I'm on night shift, so. Thank you, ma'am. That's a big girl. That's a slab. 14.5 inches. It's another good slab. Man, we having a day today. What are you? That's a 14-inch crappie. Just a minute. Good ones in there too. Yeah, liquid go in this stuff. I'm gonna break his heart and turn them all loose. Do what? Okay, I kinda need to trip something. All right, we about got everything put up. Just gonna let y'all know. Yeah, them trolling rods, they work. We got us a limit and a live well. Gonna take her on in, get a little bit of sleep, get ready to go back to work. Don't do another night shift. But if y'all hadn't already subscribed, I appreciate it if you do. Hit that subscribe button, and thank y'all.